Hi golfers, Nick here from American Golf. I'm down at the Aintree store today, and today I'm reviewing the Taylormade M CGB. Loads of technology in this. Taylormade have sort of gone back 10 years. They've put these weights at the bottom here, which they had in I think the R7 CGB. So same technology from 10 years ago, but they've also combined it with the speed slots and the face slots from sort of the clubs in recent years. So basically they've just put all their technology into one iron. It's 29.5 degrees, so it's pretty strong. Not as strong a loft as M2. It sort of sits in between M2 and M1 in terms of loft, but with this technology they've got in it, it should still be launching. So I'm expecting some good numbers. Taylormade market this as a bag of drivers, the whole set. They've got face slots all the way up to the wedge, which they don't do in other clubs. So I'm expecting some high ball speeds really. I've been reviewing these Taylormade clubs recently. The P790 was really good for me in terms of ball speed, so I'm expecting something similar. Somewhere around probably 120, maybe a little bit more in terms of ball speed I'm expecting off this 7-iron. So I'll be testing it not only for what it's like out the centre, see what the ball speed's out like at the centre. I'm also going to be testing it for these off-centre hits. Obviously Taylormade say that with all this technology, the ball speed's still high across the face, and obviously with these game improvement irons, the whole idea is that they're easy to hit, they're forgiving, you're still getting the distance if you don't quite strike it out the middle. So I'm going to be testing it for these off-centre strikes as I do with these game improvement irons. So I've got 7-iron, 29.5 degrees. In terms of shaft, I've got with me a KBS Tour Flighted 120 stiff. I do normally like to use the stock shaft for the club, but in terms of this M CGB, it comes with a NS Pro and it's a little bit too light, so I want to try and get some good numbers today. So we're going to hit some shots on the TrackMan and test it for these off-centre hits. So Taylormade M CGB. Sit behind the ball, quite a thick top line, but that would fill a lot of golfers with confidence. It's got the face slot, sort of frame the ball quite nicely. So the face tape is on. We're going to go 3 centre strikes to start with. We've got Titleist Pro V1s, TrackMan set up. So 3 centre strikes if possible. Okay, felt good. 121 ball speed, sort of what I'm expecting, 120 plus. Spin was a little bit higher, so carry distances was down a bit there, 160. Struck it well. Felt pretty good. .121 ball speed again. Nice little draw. These clubs are easy to hit. Sort of 160 carry, so the spin is very high today. Could be me. Good strike there. They do feel easy to hit. I was hitting these yesterday and they just felt so easy. But I suppose that's what they're designed to be there for. So last one. Again, nice little draw, tight draw, pretty straight. The spin was really high there, it's probably me. But there's 3 sort of centre strikes. That last one probably wasn't the best. So I don't know if you can see that on the camera there, but the last one was slightly towards the heel. First 2 were pretty good, so the ball speed did drop on that last one. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens when I deliberately try and hit these at the toe and the heel. Okay, so this club's really easy to hit. You see the ball speed did drop off slightly out the heel. So what's going to happen now when I deliberately hit these at the toe? So obviously Taylormade put a lot of technology in his head, so let's see if the ball speed's still up there. Okay, out the toe that. Still up there, 117. So you can see, you'll see in a second on the face tape, definitely out the toe that. Similar strike, tends to open the face a little bit. 118 ball speed, so the ball speed has hardly dropped at all. 2 or 3 miles an hour, if that. Okay, last one.
Isn't that a bit like some pound shoes coming out as well? Oh, is that it? Yeah.
Okay, 116. That last one was slightly more towards the toe, so If you look on the strike pattern here, you can see all biased towards the toe. The last one was that last shot there, just coming up now, sort of 116 ball speed, so that dropped a little bit more. So you can see sort of 118 ball speed here, 116 there, so more towards the toe. There's a bit more of a drop off, so see what it's going to be like at the heel. So we saw a 3 mile an hour drop off there, 117 average out the toe compared to 120 at the centre. So let's see what it's like at the heel. Now, it's not as easy to get this out the heel, but I'll do my best. Slightly a bit further left. Okay, felt alright actually, 118 ball speed. Now that was a bit towards the heel, that was pretty good test that. So we're going to do 2 more of those. The spin rates today aren't quite right, I don't think, but I'm just going to be looking at ball speed mainly. Okay, pretty good, not quite as towards the heel that one. Ball speed was slightly high, 119, so you can definitely see closer to the middle, slightly higher ball speed is what you expect, but there's not a major drop off when you do catch it extremely towards the heel or toe. So the last one. Okay, that was a bit more towards the heel, that bit more of a drop off, 114, so a little bit mixed results there. Okay, so there's your strikes. The last one was a bit more towards the heel, so you can see the strikes are definitely biased towards the heel, and obviously a drop off there in ball speed. So we're going to sit down now, take a look at some of that data. Okay, so you've seen me hit some shots there on the TrackMan. I have been testing this over the last couple of days, and actually it's really easy to hit. I've hit plenty of shots with this club, just sort of normal shots really. I've even tried to shape a few as well, but it's very consistent. Like you could stand there, it just seems really easy to hit. So anyone that's looking for clubs easy to hit, this is definitely the one for you. Now we're going to take a look at the data in a second, but first of all, as always, I like to give this club a grade on sort of its looks and its feel. So for me, it's probably not the most attractive looking golf club. I think sort of the P730, I think that looks awesome. I can't wait to test that. But so in terms of looks, it's probably not the most appealing to me. But saying that, the feel felt pretty good. They've got this geacoustic technology which sort of dampens the sound off the face, and I think it feels better than sort of the M2 in my personal opinion. Kind of similar to M1. I didn't mind the M1, but I didn't mind it. It probably is not the best appealing club to me. So for that reason, I'm going to give it 7 out of 10 for looks and feel. Now we're going to take a look at some of this data. So as always, I started off with those centre strikes. You can see I've got the face tape here. I've got the centre strikes there, the heel strikes there, and the toe strikes there. First of all, centre strikes. The last one, I didn't quite middle. I hit that, you saw it on the camera there, I hit it slightly towards the heel. So you did see a slight drop off in ball speed. I was sort of averaging low 120s, which I did expect with this club. I thought it was going to be at least 120 sort of ball speed. You look going across there at some of the other numbers, spin rate was a little bit high. Could be me, but certainly the spin was a little bit higher than some of the other clubs I've hit. So in terms of easy to hit, something to get it up into the air, something to stop on the green, this is definitely a great club for that. So 120 ball speed, pretty impressive. Now we're going to move on, take a look at the shots I hit out the toe. So these ones here, very consistent. You'll see the ball flight here on the screen, virtually identical shots. All 3 of them land in a similar sort of place. Ball speed dropped off by 3 miles an hour. So you can see there that I've tried to get them as much out the toe as I could, but consistent. Like I said to you, this club's really easy to hit. Ball speed didn't drop off too much. Now, moving on to the heel strikes, a little bit more of a variance. I didn't quite get these as consistently out the heels, maybe I did the ones out the toe. But saying that, again, this ball speed 117. So it looks like when I was testing the shots there, shots out the middle, you're getting like sort of me personally, 120, 122 ball speed, and then just as you head towards the heel of the toe, you see 2 or 3 miles an hour drop off across the face, which isn't a lot. Like I was expecting a bit more. So definitely there's a lot of technology in this club, definitely performs. So for someone that doesn't consistently hit the ball out the middle, someone that wants a bit more distance, maybe a bit more carry, a bit more spin, a bit more stopping power, this is definitely a good club for you. So for that reason, I'm going to give it 8 out of 10 for performance. I thought it performed really well. It done pretty much what Taylormade said, so I can't fault it from that respect. Now moving on, we're going to take a look at the cost of this golf club. So it's just launched in the UK, and these prices as of launch, American Golf, and this does include custom fitting as well. Now you're looking at £121 per club. That equates to $849 for a set of 7 clubs with steel shafts, and that's custom fitted as well. Obviously custom fitted at American Golf for absolutely free. Not too cheap for a game improvement iron, but it's obviously not the most expensive. But it does, I think it's a great club. It's probably worth the money, but because of the price, I think it's quite high, $849. I'm going to give it 6 out of 10 for price. Now, overall, I'm going to score the Taylormade M CGB 21 out of 30. It's not bad. If you've seen a lot of my reviews, anything over 20 is a pretty good result. So I can't fault. The club does what it's meant to do, which is perform. So pretty good golf club here from Taylormade. Anyone that's looking something easy to hit, like I said there, I've practiced this club for a day or so, and just so easy to hit, which, so if I was looking for that, it's probably the club for you. Now we've got a great setup here at Aintree, so obviously I've seen some of you guys come down here to get fitted, but if you want to go to any American Golf to try these clubs out, or any of these clubs, you're more than welcome to. It's absolutely free to do that. So guys, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.